Good job, you greedy goof. Thanks to your demands for a high wage for a job that doesn't warrant high skill, robots are gonna be doing the jobs you could have been doing. R2-D2 is gonna be on the grill, Twiggy's gonna be on the register, Wall-E's gonna be doing deliveries with C-3PO as the shift manager, and Johnny Five is the sign twirler. You better learn how to do the robot real good or something if you want a job. Can I take your order, please? 30 cents for extra cheese.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Dude, if you got a raise coming to you because you earned it, then heck yeah, get that raise. But to come in wanting a starting pay that's worth the selling price of 3 value meals an hour to do a job that's not specialized, it's kind of dumb. Your greed thinks that starting off at $15 an hour is gonna solve things for you. It doesn't register with you that Democrats are always demanding that wages get raised. And it doesn't register with you that in order for business to afford to pay you higher wages, they have to raise the price on things to recover their costs. But you don't even think about that. All you think about is minimum wage needs to be raised again. Those CEOs can afford to take a pay cut and give their money to us and live off of what we make. That's what a real down-to-earth, compassionate CEO would do. He would be a 99%er instead of a 1%er. Your self-righteous sense of compassion is so endearing. It doesn't even occur to you that you're not the only person that rich CEO gives jobs to. Oh, and charities too. You want the CEO to give money away in charity and philanthropy, but you want to take their power away to do so because you want them to pay you way more than you deserve. Your greed has made you confused. You want the business owners to be taxed more, regulated more, you want them to pay you more, and it doesn't dawn on you why money is buying less. Why? Ultimately, what is the ignorant reasoning for this? It's just because you want them to be punished for having something that you don't. And if you weren't so greedy, selfish, and self-righteous, you'd have a much better chance of accomplishing what they have too. You want to feel prestige at the forced expense of someone else. You want the boost of pride and self-esteem with the idea that you've defeated the businessman because now he's forced to pay you a fat check now. Yeah, you beat the enemy all right. The enemy who is actually your friend who could have given you a job. But now they'll just get robots. It's so sad that you follow the Democrat narrative that keeps slavery going. You let Democrats convince you that it was Republicans that want to bring slavery back. But because of Democrat policies, businesses are going to resort to computers and robotics. And ironically, the term robot is a word that came from the Czechs. And in the Slavic languages, it implies serfdom, forced labor, or slaves, if you will. Robots will be working, and you'll be looking to the government to pay your bills. And as long as you keep voting for them, they'll take care of you. You're the crop they farm votes from. They're still the party of slavery. And in order to pay for what you want, they subject the income earners to unconstitutional economic policies, making them slaves to pay for what the wards of the state want to keep them happy to keep voting for Democrats. But Republicans knew that slavery was evil morally and economically. Because if labor is free, then slaves can't make money. And if they can't make money, then they can't spend money to generate wealth. Slavery doesn't lead to wealth. People having the money to buy products or services does. And if people can be forced to work for free, then they'll be forced to learn and apply skills, making hiring someone else pointless. So they won't be able to make money and spend money. That's why cultures dependent on slavery collapse or just poorly develop with rich tyrants. But Democrats already got that covered because the Democrats are given the power to make people slaves who have to work to pay for people who have forfeited their jobs to robots because they were blind with vindictive greed. But that creature can only eat itself for so long. Well, Alfonso Rich with Zonation, the leftist mindset is a funny thing. They hate wealth, yet they'll destroy the wealth generator to get their share of it, or assume that they'll find happiness in knowing that they've made someone else as miserable as they are. Can I take your order, please?